Hi folks, Ergelt here. Today's healthy eating video is a sort of transition between the topic I've been discussing up until now, attaining a healthy eating lifestyle, and the much broader and more intimidating subject of the healthcare industry. Will this be the last healthy eating video? I'm not sure. Certainly there are dozens of other topics I could talk more about, such as salt in food, toxins such as mercury, pesticide residues, food allergies, and much, much more. But at some point, I have to make a decision. My objective was never to tell you everything possible about food choices and a healthy lifestyle. The only thing I really set out to do is to encourage people to think hard about what they are doing with their food intake and how it may be affecting their health and their quality of life. I'd like people to become skeptical of advertising and food industry dogma, which serves the food industry far better than it serves consumers. I'd like people to pay attention to what they are putting in their bodies and choose wisely. Have I achieved that objective? If you sit through the entire healthy eating series, you'll probably come away with an understanding that we dare not sleepwalk through grocery stores and just buy tasty, processed, and junk foods. The consequences can be very grave if we do. So this is the last video I have planned in this series. I might do another one at some point if a topic captures my imagination. But in general, if you recommend a topic to me at this point, I'll probably ask you to make the video. What's next for me is videos about the healthcare industry, and this video dovetails nicely into that subject. Some of my viewers and YouTube friends are suffering from mental disorders, so I'll address them with this question. When was the last time a mental health professional talked to you about your diet? Never? That's the answer I expect, because nutrition is probably not part of any psychology curriculum in the United States, and it's likely not in most places around the world. Unfortunately, that's turning out to be a significant omission. The Mental Health Foundation now says that scientific studies have clearly linked attention deficit disorder, depression, Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia to junk food and the absence of essential fats, vitamins, and minerals in industrialized diets. Another report by the organization Sustain, which campaigns for better food, says that rates of depression have been shown to be higher in countries with low intakes of folic acid, omega-3 fatty acids, selenium, and the amino acid tryptophan. Schizophrenia has been linked in studies to poor quality nutrition. In Britain, it's been observed that mental health patients generally had the poorest diets of all patients. They are eating lots of convenience foods, snack foods, candy, crisps, and drinking large amounts of cola. Scientists suspect this trend holds true in other countries. Increases in the rates of mental illness over the last 50 years track with increases in the use of junk food and sugar in our diets. Trial programs for treating mental disorders through nutrition are showing some successes, particularly for patients suffering from depression and schizophrenia. Some have been able to reduce some of the drugs they take simply by improving their diets. Another nutritional factor in mental health for some patients may be food allergies to wheat gluten, yeast, lactose, peanuts, or other allergens. However, so little research has been done in this field, the terrain is largely unplumbed. In the United States, $100 billion are spent each year on mental illness. Almost none of those dollars are spent examining the nutritional needs of patients. I'm not saying that poor nutrition is the only cause of mental disorders. We all know that's not true. But we are biological creatures. Our brains are biological. The nutrition we provide our bodies does have an effect on how well the entire organism functions, including the brain. If you're suffering from a mental disorder, you have a powerful incentive to adopt a healthy eating lifestyle. It might just be one of the answers you're looking for. To my subscribers, I'd like to thank you for sticking with me through this series and for all the comments you've left and the letters you've sent. I'm deeply grateful. I'll leave you with one last idea. Help spread the word. We don't have access to mass media channels to get the word out to large numbers of people. So we'll have to do it one person at a time. Help educate people. Get them to be skeptics. Awaken their curiosity. Encourage critical thinking. Some scientists speculate that ancient Rome fell because of lead in their water, from pipes they used in their plumbing. The theory is that lead poisoning caused mass dementia, making the Romans easy pickings for encroaching barbarians. I don't think we're immune. If our civilization is to last, we'll need to do a lot better with our food and health than we've been doing over the last 50 years, since the food industry first discovered how to fatten pigs and us. Thank you for watching.